I am not worried at all. Y'all beat a backup quarterback. What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk of Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. Now, it was definitely an eventful game. It was definitely a great game. Like, just if I'm not being biased, I am upset that the Eagles lost, but it was a great game. Me and my dad was going back and forth. He's a Cowboys fan. I'm a Eagles fan. So let's just say on Christmas Eve, it was a very, very interesting household in the Johnson family. Now, if you haven't already, like this video, comment, let me know your thoughts on the game, and subscribe to the Real Talk Squad. Now, what have we learned from this game? Now, the Eagles, they ended up losing to the Cowboys 40 to 34. And number one, Gardner Minshew ain't getting a starting quarterback job in the NFL. He's not. Now, yes, the Eagles put up 34 points, and one of it was a pick six, so he put up 27 points. But here's my thing, right? Playmakers on the ball, on offense side of the ball, whether it's A.J. Brown, whether it's Devontae Smith, whether it's Dallas Goedert, like, Minshew had all the weapons that you could want on your team. Let's talk about Devontae Smith. 8 receptions, 113 yards, 2 tutties. A.J. Brown, 6 receptions, 103 yards. Dallas Goedert, 3 receptions, 67 yards. And then you're surrounded by the best O-line, or at least top 3. We got 3 Pro Bowlers in the lineup, and we're going to talk about Lane Johnson later on. But you have everything offensively at your disposal. So you have to be a scrub, which Gardner Minshew is not, but you have to be a scrub to mess that up and not put up a lot of points on the board, right? But we clearly saw with this game how different this Eagles team, especially offensively, they are with Jalen Hurts compared to Gardner Minshew. People are saying, oh, Jalen Hurts is a system QB because the Eagles put up 34 points in this game. Bro, that's the dumbest mess I have ever heard. First of all, did y'all not see the plays that our wide receivers were making? Did you not see the plays that Devontae Smith was making? Did you not see the plays that A.J. Brown was making? Did you not see the plays that Miles Sanders was making? So we had to look at this like Minshew, he had a lot of help. And it's encouraging that this offense was able to put up points on the board against the Cowboys defense that is pretty good. But they got torched today. I mean, 350 passing yards, they got torched. Now, they was able to stop the run, and I thought that Miles Sanders was going to have a better game than he did. And obviously that costly fumble ended up losing us the game. But it was other stuff that lost us the game. Well, matter of fact, what lost us the game was the turnovers, right? But nonetheless, with Gardner Minshew, he missed throws. His first interception simply was bad. Now, his second one, Quez Watkins, he got bodied. He got flat out bodied. But that first interception, that was bad, bro. That was bad. And we see now, hear me out. We see now the Eagles' run game is so different when you have Jalen Hurts. Because now With Jalen Hurts in the lineup, you're wondering, is he going to throw it or is he going to rush it, right? With Gardner Minshew, you know this guy's throwing the ball. He's not going to try to run. Matter of fact, on the first drive of the game, which ended up leading to a field goal, Gardner Minshew had a wide open field. If that's Jalen Hurts, that is a touchdown. Micah Parsons is not catching up to Jalen Hurts. Nonetheless, we are seeing the difference that an MVP candidate makes, and it's just crazy that I have to advocate as to why Jalen Hurts is not a system quarterback when he's in the MVP conversation. Like, there are a lot of quarterbacks that have had good teams around them, but they're not in the MVP conversation. And the number one reason why Jalen Hurts is in the MVP conversation is because he doesn't turn over the ball. And that's exactly what Gardner Minshew did. On top of the missed throws. On top of not being able to rush the ball. So it made our offense predictable. But with all that, our receivers were still able to get separation and make plays. So I'm not saying that Gardner Minshew is a scrub. I'm not saying that. But he ain't no starting quarterback in this league. He's a viable backup if you have all the pieces necessary around him. Like, he's not going to necessarily, like, flat out choke you a game. But he ain't going to win you a game. He ain't going to win you a game. So number one, that's what we learned. Number one, Gardner Minshew is not a starting quarterback in this league. Number two, Darius Slay. This was the worst game Darius Slay has had as an Eagle. Darius Slay himself is accountable of 2 touchdowns. The first touchdown happened in the first quarter when T.Y. Hilton flat out made a veteran move, got him to bite on that 4th and 8, and ended up getting them a penalty, moved the chains down, they ended up scoring on that drive. But the play that just like grinds my gears is the fact that it's a 3rd and 30. Y'all know what they got to do. They got to pass the ball. They're throwing it deep. That's the only option they have. What do? You keep checking if T.Y. Hilton is going to check back. Check back. Dude, he's going to keep running the ball. He's going to not running the ball, but he's going to keep running up on that go route. It's a go route. Follow him and have the nerve to say, well, people got to do their jobs. Dude, you got to do your job. And you were accountable for 2 touchdowns. 2. Darius Slay, I mean, again, he has to, I hope that this game makes him look in the mirror and be like, I need to work on my game. I need some things I got to work on in film because T.Y. Hilton put him to school. And if I'm Darius Slay, I'm looking back at this, I'm like, I'm embarrassed. I'm flat out embarrassed. And so, number one, it was the turnovers with Gardner Minshew. Just the missed throws. He had one missed throw to, Devontae Smith. Another one to Dallas Goedert. Then we can talk about Darius Slay with how the fact that he flat out gave up 2 tutties. And then, the turnovers. I talked about that first. But I don't want to talk about fact the defense. The defense, the first drive was not good. The defensive line, well, it was not good at all. On Dallas's first touchdown drive, the defensive line was not good at all. They were normally good at rushing with 4, and we're about to make history if we haven't already with having 4 guys with 10 sacks. That is amazing. Hassan Reddick, Josh Sweat, Hargrave. Oh, my goodness. These boys are amazing. In the trenches, they win every single battle. But it does the defense a disservice if you turn over the ball in our half. So, yes, the Cowboys put up 40 points, but 20 of those points came from turnovers, right? 20 of those points came from turnovers. So I can't knock the defense too much because if the offense did their job and did not turn over the ball, I mean, y'all turned over the ball twice in the last 5 minutes. And guess what? The defense only gave up 6 points. 6 points. Like I'm screaming so much, like I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. I'm about to cough and all this. Like, I'm a real passionate fan. And the offense is selling the defense. So not only did the offense sell, and then Darius Slay sold, we had guys on our defense, and they got injured throughout the game. Avonte Maddox started out the game, guns blazing. He had that one, he was about to sack Dak. Dak made an unbelievable play, while he was getting taken down, throw it to, I think it was either Schultz or CD Lamb. But that was a phenomenal play. But Avonte Maddox, then after that, he ended up sacking Dak. And on that play, he gets injured. But we had Avonte Maddox out. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he's out. Jordan Davis, he got a head injury. I mean, he can't catch a break. So we had injuries on defense. And if we look at the glass half full, the only points the defense really put up was 20 points out of those 40. That was like, all right, that's really on the defense. Again, the telltale is that 3rd and 30 play, because at that time it's 8 minutes left in the 4th. If we end up getting that stop, I'm not saying it guarantees us a win, but it puts us in a better position. And the way that our offense was clicking, I mean, look, if we're up by 7 and then we end up getting a field goal, it's a 2-point. It's a two possession game, and then it's really our game to lose at that point. But nonetheless, it took all these things to go wrong, whether it was Darius Slay messing up, whether it was the turnovers, whether it was Gardner Minshew missing throws, and we only lost by 6 points. So this game goes to show you how good this Eagles team is. And best believe, once Jalen Hurts comes back and he is healthy for the playoffs, this Eagles team, at the very least, will make the Super Bowl. Because ain't no other team in the NFC messing with us. I mean, the 49ers, I don't trust their offense to compete with our offense. I don't trust the Vikings, their defense, to compete with our offense. And I think that our guys will get to Kirk Cousins and cause havoc for him, who has trouble against pressure. So, again, tough game to swallow. I mean, look, it doesn't really matter that too much, because it's like, look, our chances from getting the number 1 seed go from 97% to 96%. So I ain't too mad about this. I mean, yeah, I got some Dallas, friends from Dallas or whatever. Or my pops, he was talking his ish. But nonetheless, it's like, we ain't need this game. Y'all needed this game for y'all morale. Because if y'all lost to a backup quarterback, and think with the Cowboys, they make mistakes that, like, mentally, that good teams that are championship teams don't make. Dak Prescott, it's about to be the 2-minute warning. He goes out of bounds. Dude, you're up, was it 3 points at that time? Why are you going out of bounds, stopping the clock? And then on the next play, you go down for the sack, and then it's a 2-minute warning. So then not only did you lose yardage for your team, but you also, stopped the clock was already stopped because of 2-minute warning, but you lost extra yards for your team instead of just throwing the ball out. So it's those little plays that the Cowboys make that's like, all right, come play all the time. Y'all gonna pay for that. Y'all gonna pay for that. Flat out gonna pay for that. That pick six, I mean, dude, that was bad. And look, since week 7, Dak has the most interceptions in the league with 11 interceptions. He's on a 5-week stretch with an interception every single week. Now, this after that pick six, Dak was sensational. I'll give him that. But I don't trust him for game in or for an entire game not to make bonehead plays. His IQ is low. His IQ as a quarterback, he is a leader. I'll give him that. Heck of a leader. But his IQ is terrible. Rock bottom. Terrible. So I can't wait until Jalen Hurts comes back. I love that Devontae Smith had a coming out party today. 2 tutties over 100 yards. He was snapping today. That boy that is a bad boy. A.J. Brown, we know what he can do. Dallas got to come back in the swing of things. He was doing his work. Now, the only thing is Lane Johnson. I pray, God, please. My Christmas wish is that Lane Johnson is healthy by playoff time. That is the best right tackle. He's left tackle, right tackle. I'm about to see. Pretty sure he is a right tackle. Pretty sure he's like right tackle. He is a right tackle. Yeah. I know that. I know my stuff. He's a right tackle. Best right tackle in this league. I saw he went down at the end of the game. So that's definitely cause for concern. That's the only thing that I'm really, really, really concerned about. But the defense, y'all had a first blunder on that first touchdown. But after that, y'all played a damn good game. It was just the turnovers that messed us up. And Jalen Hurts does not turn over the ball. He turned it over against Chicago, but, dude, it was below freezing, bro. He couldn't even feel his hands. And they still won. So, again, this game goes to show how good Jalen Hurts is. I can't wait till I get that dog. Get that dog back. Shout out to the bros. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. With that being said, y'all, fly Eagles fly. I'm out.